Hi, my name is Jamie Barsky. I'm a clinical psychologist and the clinical lead for Anonymind, an online platform helping people with gambling addictions. Today's video is all about how dangerous a gambling addiction can be. Today I'm going to be summarising some research findings that show just how deadly gambling can be. This isn't a video designed to shock or scare you, but it is a video that I hope will prompt people to think about getting help earlier on in their experience of gambling. Because what this research finding shows is that the longer it's left, the more severe and entrenched a gambling addiction can be, the more deadly it can become. The first research I wanted to summarise is a survey published in The Lancet, one of the world's leading scientific journals. The study showed that of those men that had attempted suicide in the past 12 months, 37% had problematic gambling behaviours. And that's compared to the group of men who had not attempted suicide in the past 12 months. Only 3.6% of that group had problematic gambling. The same result was found for women. Of women who had attempted suicide in the past 12 months, 14% had problematic gambling, compared with 2% of women who had not attempted suicide in the past 12 months. What these findings show is that for young men and women, attempting to end their life is linked or associated with problematic gambling. The research doesn't say whether problematic gambling causes the suicide or people who are suicidal go to gambling to cope with emotional or mental health problems. But what it does tell us is that the two things seem to go closely together. The second study, published in 2020, that I wanted to talk about was in a journal called The Frontiers of Psychiatry. In this study, over 2,000 individuals with problematic levels of gambling were surveyed. The study found that in the previous 12 months, 20% of those individuals had attempted suicide. The study also found that the risk of suicide in those individuals with problematic gambling was increased if there was problematic substance misuse, drugs and alcohol alongside their gambling. And finally, a third study published in Nature, another leading scientific journal, published in 2021, showed that individuals with high levels of gambling had a 37% increased risk of dying compared to the general population. These three scientific studies, all published within the last couple of years, show just how dangerous a gambling addiction can be. Again, this isn't a video designed to scare or shock people, but is hopefully some encouragement to get help as early as possible. If that's something you want to explore further, please reach out to one of our clinicians through the Anonymind platform. I hope this has been informative, helpful and not too scary, but something that might prompt you to reach out for some help in the future. Thanks for listening.